You know, so I guess like financially, I didn't have a place to stay, but I was still supporting her. It's one thing to pay child support, but it was one thing. It's something else to because again I was paying the rent because my name was still on the lease. I was trying to build my credit back up. Then I had to make sure my son wasn't homeless. I was homeless. Right. I didn't want him to be in a position that I was in.
Right.
Okay. So I was still paying the rent over there, and then the way things flipped around was her stepdad asked me, he's like, well, why is he like you got the car and this, that, and other. I was like, why are you asking for money? I was like, first of all, I'm not asking her for anything. I'll pay the rent when she stay at.
Oh, so she was telling a whole different kind of story.
He's like, well, I like, no. You brought up the conversation because you wanted to be my bitch, so let's tell the whole story.
Right. Wow.
I like that.
Like she telling only part of it because she trying to make herself look good or not, and then at the same time, when they talk to you, they found out the real story.
And she's my witness. I don't have to make it up. Her mom, she got into with her mom because her mom told her what I said. And he was like, well, he think his little second pay for this, he can come take back. She thought I moved back into the apartment. She moved out. I can pay the rent fine with my check. I'm fine.
Right.
I have my son and my oldest daughter. You know, the whole summer, I didn't ask her for nothing. I proved my point. I can take care of my humanity. I was taking care of you, yours, and everything else. I didn't have to say, I wouldn't take care of me. And that's a lot of points, like she was saying earlier with that one movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. She was so used to him taking care of her, she wasn't taking care of herself. She didn't go to school. She didn't get any training. She was just, hey, he's going to take care of everything. I don't have to worry about nothing. Hey, everything's good. So
she was just going to be a good, supportive wife.
Right. So, again, that's where, again, we come in, where I come in, and we train people or teach people different classes on how to do things differently. Not just caught up in the same cycles of what has been done or what they have seen been done in different parts of their life or different relationships they've been around. You can change. Things can be different. It doesn't have to be, oh, my mama, and my aunts, they got married, so I'm not going to get married. That's not necessarily true. But everybody in my family, they've all had divorces, so I'm going to get divorced too. That's not necessarily true.
Right, your story can be so different. Yeah. And it's like, and I think for some people, they're so, because in some cases they grew up in the dysfunction that has become normal. They've normalized the dysfunction. Mm-hmm. Like, doesn't everybody do this? Like, this is what happens. Or they're so used to the chaos that peace doesn't even seem to be an option. Like, well, no, because if we're not arguing and fussing and fighting and whatever, what are we doing? Like, no, we're supposed to be doing this. That means you love me when we're doing this back and forth. And the real is like, no, we don't have to do all of that. Like, we can't be just cool. We can just chill out. Mm-hmm. So many people don't get that. So now, did you ever report it to anybody, or did you just kind of just work your way to get out? She said no.
Report what?
The abuse, the inadequacies, within what was going on to get help.
As a child?
No, as an adult. Or I guess even as a child, yeah, I guess that would be a good question too.
Okay, so as a child, okay, I have these scars to prove that I was not just a witness of domestic violence. Okay. When I say you that my mom would be so angry at the different situations that they were in, she would take the abuse out on me.
Oh wow.
Okay. So I was hitting the head with a 2x4. I literally had like a 7-inch scar across my 8 stitches across my head.
Ouch.
Okay. I have like 3 different spots. I had scars in. I had stitches put in my head. One of them I don't remember. But like I told you, my dad died when I was young. I really didn't have anybody to depend on. As part of the reason why to this day I pretty much stay to myself. Like I have associates, I talk to people, and I put on this mask, hey, everything's good. But I stay to myself.
Right.
I've been accustomed to being alone, not being hurt, putting up those walls to protect me.
Yeah.
As I got older, I said I would never do drugs. Okay? Plus, all the medications I'm on, VA has me on a grocery bag at one point, the medications. I don't take that half the time. 99% of the time.
Wow.
But that's because I watched what drugs do to people. I've seen how that, you're either incoherent and you're not paying attention to what's going on, and then you get mad because you overspent money, and then y'all fighting about over money. Well, you spent it, so, but you don't want to tell your partner that, hey, I spent the rent money on these drugs. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
At the time, no, I didn't report it. Even when I had to go to the hospital, it was like, I told people, I got into a fight or whatever, and it's being taken care of. I never reported that. It was the fact that I was in the fight between my mom and my stepfather.
And you didn't want to get them in trouble?
It wasn't the fact of getting them in trouble. It was one, I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't want to be put in the system because you hear all these horror stories about people being put up in the system and they go through. My situation was bad, but I could be in a worse situation.
Right.
So I was like, if I reported them, I could lose them, but then I have nowhere else to go anyway. So I tend to bottle up a lot of stuff.
Have you gotten better about that over the years?
Huh? What you say?
I said, have you gotten better about talking over the years?
No, I heard what you said. Say it again.
Have you gotten better?
Yes.
Over the years? Because you know what? It's funny though. It's very interesting that this even comes up because someone in another group that I'm a part of, another relationship group, I got added to last year at some point. A woman posted asking questions about the inner child, or the childhood trauma. That's what she started talking about, and which brought me to the discussion about the inner child, which stems from that childhood trauma that happens, in which things happen. And if you go back, because I remember when I took a grief recovery class at church, right? It was a group discussion over 8 to 12 weeks, something like that. And we had to do this loss history graph, right? In which you chart the different things, the different bad things, or the different bad, or especially major things that would have happened in your life. And in which, for me, there was a fire when I was 3-4 years old. There was, different deaths that happened to close family members over time. Loss of a job, loss of a car, stuff like that. All those different losses that you pinpoint. And when you go back and look and see other things that were going on, other things that triggered, things that happened around that same time, but how you started dealing with and how you protected yourself in this process carried over as you got older, because that was your safe behavior. That was your safe space. You know, that shutting down, that, you know, well, I'll just keep it to myself. I'll deal with it. You know, I'll deal with it how I deal with it. For some people, then you got others, it will come out by trying to escape from it by doing the drugs and alcohol, things of that sort. And then even some cases with the abuse, because that was a learned behavior. You know, in a sense, you're lashing out because you don't know any other way to deal with your fear, your frustrations, or whatever it is going on. You know, and you repeat that over the years, and until you start recognizing how to, because one of the things I found out too, that inner child, she can be crazy. She can cause you to act crazy, like for real, like, and you don't even know why. You just so out of your character, like, what happened there? Who did that? You know, and all the while it's that little, whether it's a 6, 9, 12-year-old little person who's really trying to break free because she wasn't nurtured, she wasn't protected, or he wasn't protected at that time. So that's where you find yourself, you know, end up dealing with it. So I just told her, like, you know, because she's like, do you find that it trickles over into, you know, your other life? I'm like, yeah, you got to get therapy for that. You need to address that. And you have to nurture her even as an adult. Make sure you, in a sense, spend time with that inner child, because there's certain things that you do that gives you your happy space. And it was even something that you resorted to back when you were a kid. If you think about it, there were certain things you would say or do that would allow you to feel free, to feel happy, to, you know, tap into some little joy for yourself. And so even as an adult, you have to go back there from time to time to keep that little boy or girl at bay, you know, keep them cool. Yeah. Before they reel their ugly head, because that ain't cute. That ain't cute at all. To all that are joining us, thank you for joining. Hoping you're getting something, and I'll share this again on my YouTube channel a little later on, and I'll post where that can be found. Matter of fact, the link in my bio here on Instagram will point you directly to it, so you can subscribe and check out the other videos that are posted on there as well. How do people get in touch with you guys? Whether it's for, well, because I know, because the domestic violence advocacy is not the only thing that you guys do, correct? Did it freeze up? What's going on? Hello? What's going on? Come on. Okay. I said domestic advocacy for domestic violence isn't the only thing that you guys do, right? Correct. So, tell the people some of the other things that you guys do.
Are we talking about with DVE?
Yes.
Okay. Tell the people the moment. So with DVE, we handle domestic violence, but we also are heavy in the veteran community, of course, because Duane served. So he's yes, Army all day. Even though he holds every branch, he loves indulging in benefits and assisting those who haven't received benefits, helping the veterans get back on their feet and understanding veteran math, because I don't understand it, but that's a whole nother topic. I have my aunt in Georgia. She understands veteran math, but so she'll get that. But 2 + 2 with veteran math does not equal 4. It might equal 10%, might equal 0.5. So he helps veterans sit down and understand the benefits they might be missing, direct them in the right place to get their benefits, So he's very, very hands-on with that. He'll sit and direct you with the proper paperwork you might need, the forms you might need. So he sits with that. When it comes to being a vet's wife, I, on the other hand, sit in, I help you understand the spousal, what you can do as a spouse. Most people know that I work for myself, but with that came a lot of struggle, understanding bills, understanding how we are able to not live luxurious, but actually get on budget. So we sit down, me and him, I put people on.
I live luxurious in my mind.
Yeah, in our mind. Like people see us on vacation, but it's a budget system that we use. We do debt stacking, debt refurbishment. We understand those things, but most people don't like being put on plans. They don't like paying for those services, and we make sure that you understand that you don't have to go to a debt consolidation. We make you understand that if you use this money to pay this bill and to put yourself on budget, is the right solution. Without talking to you with a degree or a certificate, we talk to you in Monopoly. He likes Monopoly. I'm not a fan of it. I know how to play the game. We help you move your pieces to get on the right board and to buy that property that you might need. But we do it to a down to earth sort of pace. So that's one thing that we help people do. If there's services out there that people may not know as a veteran's wife, like most people may not know that they have VWIs out here for spouses for veterans. It's specifically
what now?
It's called VWIs, VWISE. If you're a spouse of a veteran, if you're a military female vet, active female, you can actually go online and they'll allow you to enroll in a class. They pay for the class. You just have to pay to get there, pay for your hotel stay. They pay for the breakfast and everything. But it's classes and they help you with your business.
So, I come with benefits and perks. Yes.
So it's different things like that we help you learn. And it's not about, hey, where's the money on the front side, or where's this? We actually sit down, talk to you like you're a real person. And because I used to work for DCFS, because I used to work for Cleveland Police, it's about knowing how to talk to people where they are, not where they used to be. And what you have to do is you have to look at these people and see their future. And that's where a lot of people don't hit home to. I can't look at you and see where you are, because you could be looking a hot mess. But I can't look at you and see that. And that's what we don't do. We look past that. You want to tell us all about your past. We can't look at your past and see that. We have to look at your future, and we have to come with the assignment to know that your future is brighter than where you are now. So that's what we do at DVE, is that we look past all of that and we say, okay, well, listen, I don't care about what yesterday might have been, what 2 years might have been like. Like he said, he used to preach in the pulpit. I used to preach in the pulpit. Look at the preachers. Everybody's story might not be the same. And just to share a little bit about myself, I had to come off the pulpit because I was unwed and pregnant. I was a female preacher in a Baptist church, and I was pregnant. So, of course, I had to step down. And I have not been back. But at the same time, I still serve in ministry. So it's not about the level of where you are. It's not about the level of where you might think you should be. It's about where God puts you. So you have to understand that. And that when we do our work for not others, but for God, we understand that at DBE. So like I said, it's not about your past. We have to see and ask God where your future is. So a lot of times, like, people post what they're doing out in the community. We don't post a lot of that. Like, you see Phil the truck on that day, but you don't see Phil the truck all year round. Like, if we could show you our garage right now, if you could show you our basement right now, It's packed. Like,
and you know I would have a problem with that, right?
It's organized. It's folded. It's organized. It's in proper bags. It's in boxes. It's organized. But we were gonna do our drop offs with Neok, and COVID kind of messed all that up. But I know, but just a lot. But we don't post those things because it's not about boasting about what we do. It's about literally being able to say, hey, we need this. Can you bring it down? And that's what a lot of the shelters do. A lot of the people, they'll email us, they'll call us, hey, do you have blankets? Do you have this? Do you have that? And that's what we do. So,
well, is it possible? Let me try to help for a second. Because in some cases, though people may know a little bit about what you do, but maybe not the whole depth of what you do. I think it would be helpful from time to time as a way to educate. And I mentioned this on the post that Duane posted about, what are you showing? If you're showing, are you bragging? Do you have to tell or whatever? It's a form of education. Right. So it helps to tell people what it is that you do, because one thing I have found, first and foremost, with anything, you don't assume. You don't assume people know X, Y, Z or anything. My rule of thumb is people won't know. People don't know, and they won't know unless you tell them. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's whether if they wronged you, if they are uneducated about something that you do or what you've done or whatever. You bring the awareness to them, and then once you've told them, once you put them on notice, then that's different. Then you can readjust accordingly. Right. And so in posting about, it's like, okay, we have these things because you've collected all of this, all of these resources and materials, and now you want to give them out to the people. There may be another way or another avenue, especially right now, that people may need to be made aware of as to, okay, well, where can they go? Because if they don't know, because they've never been in a situation where they've needed it before, you don't know about where to go. So how else would you know? Somebody got to post about it. Somebody need to do a video about it. Somebody need to say, like, click, and share, just like you would do with this video. You would do with a post, and believe it or not, as crazy as it may sound, on videos and on posts, it may seem redundant. It may seem crazy, but the post that like, comment, follow, share, tag in your post, no matter what platform you're on, it makes a difference, because the thing you always have to consider, there's always somebody new who is just coming to find you. Or somebody who's new to social media as a whole, they don't know how the whole thing works. And so when you say like, click, click like and share, on a video, they're like, oh, well, how do I do that? Because if you've never done it before and now you put this out there, they're like, oh, well, how do I do that? And so the direction there, they can inquire from that point forward, because they'll inbox you or they'll put a comment there. How do I share it? You click those little 3 dots on here if you're on Instagram. You see that button down there on Facebook that says share or send, whatever. It creates the conversation. It creates a discussion. So by you guys sharing here, there could be somebody who's watching this video, whether now or later, who should be able to get in touch with you by clicking on the link in your bio to say, okay, I have some stuff, where they, DM you and say, I have this stuff that I either need to donate, or I'm in need of donations, or I know somebody who's in need of donations. Where should they go? How can we help? That type of thing. So, to constantly keep people in the know, right, is key and important.
So, speaking on donations, I know. That's not what I was going to say, but since you brought that up. Our Fear the Truck event this year is August 29th.
That's my grandmother's birthday.
It's going to be at Shiloh Baptist Church.
Shiloh.
55.
Over on 55th?
55.
Right next to Tech House. E-Tech and Tech House. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss Tina.
We picked that day, and we agreed with the church on that day because that's the day they also going to do their Shiloh kitchen where they feed the homeless and stuff like that. So it's a 2 for 1.
So they're making a whole day of it. Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna make a whole day of it. So it's gonna be a really big event. We're gonna have different vendors and sponsors and stuff like that. And a lot of information. So yeah, we do much room to put that out there as well.
Very good. Mark your calendars, people. August 29th, 55th, if you're in the Northeast Ohio area. Now, can somebody do you all have like a fund where people can do monetary donations to help out with anything?
Yes, there will be one created specifically this year for it. Of course, when we're on site, we do have everything set up for donations that day. We do have a Cash App. Is DVXL. I have to think about it because we have a couple. It's DVXL. That is the Cash App. And any donations that are sent, monetary donations that are sent, we actually do go out and buy toiletries. First off, I love shopping for toiletries. I don't know about people like that, but I do. We go and we make up our we have small bags that we make up, and we actually take them to the shelters. People are very appreciative when they have their hygiene products because it makes them feel not just clean, but wanted because it's theirs. They don't have to share with anyone. They don't have to deal with anyone else. So it's just one of those things that we like doing. Like I said, I love shopping. I go in with a whole list. So that's what we do.
Absolutely.
And you know what? And I don't know if you have or not. Have you all partnered with Manna from Heaven?
Not yet.
No.
Okay. But you are aware of who they are?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. See, everybody just come all together and just help. Just help. Just work together. For people who are looking to get out, because we do have to finish up real quick, who may be looking for advocacy, assistance. I saw a couple of people who put the post on to, for people who may be, because of the, stay-at-home orders across the country, that may be in need of assistance but can't directly say it, and they go to inbox somebody. People have been utilizing, this post to say, to inbox people inadvertently. But I'm gonna need you guys to share real quick because they're about to end this video real quick, and so we're gonna have to catch it on the